Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Sheldon, and this is Behind the Enthusiast. Today, we are going to be talking about the 2025 Sportster S from Harley-Davidson. Now, this video is going to be kind of in response to last week's video, which involved comparing the FTR from Indian to the Sportster S, and based on some of the comments from that video and my own conclusions at the very end, the Indian FTR was definitely the pick from those two models. However, Harley did make some changes to the Sportster S. So in this video, we're going to be answering the question, did Harley improve the Sportster S enough from 2024 to 2025 to make it a model that you guys might actually want in your garage? Now, obviously, I've demo ridden this model before. I've actually ridden it technically on 2 occasions. The first time, very, very brief, and the second time, an entire evening. Now, there have been a lot of complaints about this model, something that I have actually voiced in my own review of the model. And finally, Harley listened, so there is a major change that they came up with to improve the bike. So first things first, the price of the bike, the MSRP is $18,699, which is $1,300 less than the 2024 model. So we are saving some money. So we went from more or less 20 grand down to $18,700. Now, $1,300 is still a pretty good savings. I don't think that's anything to really, say, it's not enough. No, I think it's actually a pretty decent amount, especially when you get into the paint color options. And this is kind of where you can trade off on that. Basically, you get some really cool paint options or a really, really cool custom one that Harley is now offering on this model. So when you think about it, the price reduction is definitely a positive thing. However, the bonus colors are even better with all those additional changes, which I'm going to mention very soon. So color-wise, we have Billiard Gray, which is the standard color. And the thing I want to note, the tank badge has been changed this year, and it looks really, really good. It actually looks especially good on Vivid Black, which is going to cost you guys an additional $625, which is, still pretty reasonable. And to be honest, the Vivid Black, I mean, it looks so good, especially with the changes that they made to the bike. One of those changes is that the powertrain is all blacked out now, so it looks really, really good in Vivid Black. It's basically, well, the only thing you really need to change on it would be the mufflers on the bike, which are still a polished aluminum, I believe. And so if we could get some black slip-ons onto that, maybe some aftermarket ones, this thing would look super, super sharp. So Vivid Black, definitely a great option. However, Brilliant Red, an additional $1,000. And to be completely honest with you guys, when we look at Vivid Black as being a base model color and Brilliant Red actually an upgrade from Vivid Black, when we look at the old colors, because not a lot of us are too happy about Billiard Gray being a base model color now. So when we're comparing the original base color of Vivid Black, it's pretty reasonable. $375 addition to upgrade to the Brilliant Red, I think is pretty reasonable from the Vivid Black base price. So Brilliant Red definitely looks really, really sharp. And again, that tank badge really fits well on this bike this year. I'm hoping that they keep this tank badge around for quite some time into the foreseeable future. However, this is the custom color that you guys have been waiting for, Mystic Shift, an additional $1,200. Now, I think that's pretty reasonable because it's only $200 more than the Brilliant Red. And, well, 200 plus the 375 is 575, if my math is correct. So compared to Vivid Black, it's pretty reasonable. It's about double the price. However, Mystic Shift is absolutely crazy. This paint supposedly goes from a dark gunmetal to purple to blue, and, wait for it, even orange, supposedly, when out in the bright sunlight. Now, this is something that Harley claimed on their website. I haven't personally seen the bike, both inside and outside the dealership to really compare and confirm this. However, the dark gunmetal, I would say that's kind of hard to see because when I've looked at the paint very briefly, I haven't really looked at it a whole lot, The blue and the purple elements definitely stand out, and the metal flake definitely stands out as well. However, the big change for the Sportster S this year is not the paint options. It is what I just mentioned a minute ago, the blacked out powertrain. Harley finally listened. They got rid of that bronze. I absolutely hated the bronze. And I'm sure a lot of you would agree with me on this, that the bike looks so much better. And of course, you've also got some red accenting on there with the letters. And on the left side of the bike, we also have something that I personally requested, which is red spark plug wires. Spark plug wire cables there. They are red and really, really suits the bike. This is also on another model that Harley came out with this year. And it definitely adds a nice punch of color, not too much, just a little bit. Really ties in well with the bike. So in terms of the aesthetics of the bike, the thing looks absolutely amazing. Vivid black, brilliant red, and Mystic Shift, all three solid colors. Don't get me wrong, billiard gray is still really nice if that's what you're into, and you don't even have to pay any extra money for it. But in terms of the Sportster S looking really, really nice this year, I give it a 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5 stars, however you want to rate it. Absolutely looks really, really sharp. Now, some of those additional changes, which you guys are probably been waiting for, again, this is something that I complained about, and that was the suspension. I found that no matter which way I changed the dial, whether it was up, down, midway, quarter way, it didn't matter. I couldn't find a comfortable setting for me, and there were some other people who were complaining about this as well. So what Harley has done, in addition to the aesthetics upgrade, they have changed the rear suspension. So we have that 3-way adjustable shock with a 60% more travel. So 60% more travel in that shock. So 2 inches is now 82 millimeters. And apparently this doesn't impact the seat height, which is really, really nice. So for a lot of you guys are thinking, hey, we get 60% more travel. Ooh, the bike's probably higher. Apparently not. So that's definitely something that you guys are going to be happy to hear, because you can still throw your leg very easily over the Sportster S. That is one of the things that I noticed. It's very low, which obviously it's a very sporty bike, and that's kind of the whole point behind Harley getting rid of the Evo Sportster and coming out with the Sportster S. They're trying to bring back the sport in a Sportster, and right now they've definitely, listened to some of the complaints from, well, customers, myself being included in that group. So aesthetics, absolutely amazing now. The adjustable suspension, both front and rear. I think that is it for changes, but we have a really well put together bike right now. So I will be interested in, well, getting on the bike again, a 2025 model or 2026, just kind of depending on how the demo program goes this year. We are very limited on bikes due to the tariffs that are coming up. So we're not receiving any bikes right now. So we'll kind of see how things go. But if I have the opportunity to demo ride one of these bikes, even if it's just a brief, 30-minute ride, let's say, that is still probably going to be good enough for me to play around with the suspension settings and kind of see if we can, have a huge benefit from that 60% increase on the travel from the adjustable shock. So that should more or less wrap things up here. I mean, I did go through the website and double checked all my information, so fingers crossed that I got all of the new features on the bike. And of course, if I missed something, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'm not perfect, I do make mistakes, but anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to smash that like button so I know that it's working. Comments, questions, leave them down below for me. And if you haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We're getting there. We're super, super close. I think we're around 100 subscribers away. So thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.